Hi there, gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, my name is Barbara, and I help people in the process of awakening. I'm a spiritual coach, and today I have a very special guest. He is somebody who teaches people how to have freedom in their lives, to do whatever they wish, anytime they want. The freedom to, when everybody's driving to work, they are driving to the beach. And how come? How is that? Is it really possible? He's going to teach us how. Brett, welcome.
Hello, Barbara. Hello, beautiful people who was tuning in here for this conversation. Thank you for the intro. I was like, wow, this is all really cool. And I really hope that people will learn something from today's conversation.
Yeah, but Brett, it was a special situation that put you in this path. And that's really a great path. The freedom to do whatever you wish, the time. For me, success is freedom and time. Success can be many things to many people, but to me, it's freedom and time. It was not always like this. What put you in this situation to be a guide?
Well, I always had like this dream to, make all the money I want in my life so I can do whatever I feel like, right? And that actually happened maybe already like when I was like 15 years old. I start to have these visions that I really can do something for myself and help my family, help my people around me, really achieve whatever they want. But, I had to be the first one. So I went from this small village where I come from in Czech Republic. I moved to United States. I was in the land of the dream. I struggled. People think that, you just push some buttons and you will become rich overnight, but you really need to take consistent action. And like you said, right now, I can basically enjoy my life. I mean, I'm not a millionaire. Like, I don't make huge money, but I make enough to just do whatever I want, go to restaurant I want, to just go and spend 3 months in Asia. And I don't really need to worry about the money to pay some bills will come from. Like you said, it was not always like this. When I actually first came to United States, around like 6 months I was there, I lost my job and I really had no one help me out. And, I just needed some money to pay the rent and for food, right? But I had no idea where to do it. Yelling at the universe, I tried to be like, are you serious? Are you really putting this hardship on me? Do I need to really do I need to deserve it, right? Do I need to really fight and show you that I deserve it?
And you are a fighter, that's for sure. When a situation like this happens, it's always to take us out of the comfort zone and do something. And you did.
Well, it definitely took me out of comfort zone because for like 7 days, I was without food, almost living on the street. After all this, I went outside, because I was afraid to ask for help. So I just looked on the street and I found some pennies, and then I make like $1.39, and I went to the store to buy like sliced bread, and like every day I would eat one slice dry bread with nothing, and when I got hungry, drink a lot of water. And like after 7 days I was like, that's it, I can't do this anymore. Walk around the neighborhood, and like a minute from me there was a place where I actually got a job, and I start to like bring myself back together. And that started idea of I don't want to be in this situation anymore. And I think that the universe really showed me this, that hey, if something puts you really down and you are able to pick yourself up and do something about it, that's when the magic happens.
How did you go from Kung Fu to online business?
I tried to do my own website for my own martial arts school, right, from the Kung Fu. I was able to actually become very successful, put it in a search engine and the top rankings in Czech Republic, in Prague. I started getting students. I did the same with the video. But when the pandemic hit, I had to actually close down the school for now about 1.5 years. In that time when it happened, I was really again in this situation like I was before. I was like, man, universe, are you serious? What am I supposed to do now, right? But I figured that if I know how to rank websites and how to do videos and rank them so people can find me, then I was like, what else I can do with this skill? Because I now have to figure out something that I don't need to go outside on. Doing website for my affiliate business or YouTube videos for my affiliate business is actually best for me just because I really can do it from home. And this is what I do. I sleep here, take coffee, and start. Don't need to go to work, no traffic jam. So I kind of like it. So universe really works in mysterious ways. I think that most people I know, the pandemic was really bad. And I look at it at first as a bad thing, but then I turn it around so that I have time to do these videos. I have time for myself. I can study what I want. I am happy now.
Do you have any spiritual practice?
I do. I actually do spiritual practices actually since I started my martial arts and since I first wanted to accomplish my dream to go to United States when I was like 15. It actually started with reading book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I was probably the first teenager in my country who was reading it. And I was actually hiding it everywhere I want. So nobody, even I didn't even see or show this to my parents because they would be like, what is this? Think and Grow Rich? What kind of brainwashing you're reading, right? So I just did it. I just did it every day in the morning. When I woke up, I read and I did visualization, and then at night. And that kept going. But like in 2001, I found my first mentor. He was from Persia originally, but he was very successful real estate investor in United States. And he published a book called Effortless Prosperity. And I went to meet him in New York City in person, actually with guys like manager of Tony Robbins. They were there as well. So that impressed me. That really impressed me. And I started to do practices the way he was teaching it before.
What kind of practices are those?
The book actually, you cannot, it's very hard to get right now. It is this book. And what I like about it is that every day,
September 6th.
All right. So basically how it works is every day you would read a lesson and you will try to practice. So for example, today is I'm vigilant for the light, and you just basically go. And if I can just show you a little bit, just it basically teaches you today I am more aware of my thoughts and I choose thoughts of the light rather than darkness. And now you basically what you want to do is after reading this lesson, sit quietly and ask yourself whom you resent. First person who comes to mind is the right person. Make an attempt to contact this person. Talk face to face, call phone, write, meditate, or clear the resentment. Because today you are vigilant for peace. So now basically what you do is like every day you try to do some small practice and see the difference between your thoughts. And this is for 30 days. At the end, you have like miracle journal that you can start noticing little miracles. And every day something happens to me. My fiance makes me breakfast, for example. I had as a great miracle. Or for example, I feel tired. I don't want to today do anything. And somebody comes and say, you know what, let's have chill time. I'm like, wow. So things like this, I really put into my writing so I can notice them more, because I think that like attracts like. And when you do more things,
sure.
And when you see that you attract actual miracles on daily basis, you notice basically that they are coming, that they exist, and more come.
There are two ways to see things. Like there is no miracles, or everything you see is a miracle. And yeah, gratitude journal is a great way to raise your vibration, to be in your optimal timeline, to tune in a higher wavelength. That's for sure. So you are about to get married.
Yes, we were supposed to get married last year before the COVID came. We already had nice everything planned. We had invitations sent out, and we already were supposed to go and pay for the place, which was a lot of money. We didn't do it just because the next day we agreed to everything. They put us to lockdown. I was like, what? So I said, you know what? I don't know if the universe is sending me message, right? I want to have everything the way I want, and I don't want to have no mask on and everything. So I rather wait. I'm not in a hurry. And I think that when time is right, it will be good.
I also had my situations and my own challenges during the lockdown. I've been really through the darkest night of the soul. When I was making my incarnation plan for this lifetime, God asked, what would you like to do? What would you like to be? I said, I would like to inspire people, to help people, remind them of who they really are, eternal souls, eternal beings, squeezed in a body, and we are much more than this avatar that you are watching here in this video. And then God said, oh, really? You want to help people overcome their challenges? So I'm going to give you some challenges so you can learn first how to take you away from all those problems and all those situations. Then you can learn unconditional love and forgiveness. I'll put you through the darkest night of the soul. And once you get out of it, you will raise and you can also help people. First, you have to qualify in order to then do that what we want to teach. So yes, every challenge that comes in our lives, every darkest night of the soul is there for a greater reason. I believe there is nothing that has ever happened to you or will still ever happen is useless.
Yeah, I
Everything is
agree. When I was really in my darkest moments in the United States, right? When I did not have the job and I didn't have no money, I actually thought that everything, at first I thought that it is bad thing. At the end, once I start to realize it, it's like, what you're saying is like, you need to first learn how to do it yourself, how to overcome things. And then you will see actually the bad things is actually a good thing, because it will open up your spirit a little bit more, and you are more aware of what you are capable of doing. And you are suddenly, like now, every time something like what normal people think is bad happened to me, I'm like, I just take it as a sign of either changing my direction a little bit. So I see that this is pushing me somewhere else. I'm like, okay, because if I will keep attacking something that's not working for me, then it's like I'm banging on a closed door, right? But next time I don't see that there's doors that I can open. So if I just let go, and suddenly I see, oh, there's another door. And when I step through them, I feel better. And now I'm like, wow. So thank you, the universe, for sending me this challenge so I can find this idea or the better thing for me.
For sure, we can only grow when we get out of the comfort zone. Sitting on the couch and watching television is not going to get you any better than where you are right now. You're not going to learn anything. You have to expose yourself to things, to people, and to all sorts of situations in order to learn, to evolve, to become the best version of yourself. What we can best do is try, do stuff.
Oh yeah, they always will come to your life. And it's almost like when I teach martial art, right? People are afraid of getting hit when we train. But if I just make them believe that the hit is nothing compared to whatever happens in life, and they can accept the thing that they will get hit, suddenly their mind and their brain, it gets more comfortable. They are more relaxed. And if they get hit, they are like, oh, whatever. And they just do something else. And this is actually what I see in life. Every time I have any challenge, I'm like, okay, it's another hit. So able to take those hits, and I can just get up and do something else. And I don't get bothered by it.
Yeah, you say, okay, life, what are you trying to show me here? What are you trying to teach me here? Yeah, I've got the lesson. We can move on.
This was really like a very good scene in Rocky, I think Rocky 5, where Rocky talks to his son, and he really talks to him like, that the life will knock you down. Now, you will take so many punches, but the important thing is brush it off and get up again, right? So this is something that I think that if people will start noticing that those punches, whatever life puts you on, it's nothing. They will be able to grow more.
Sylvester Stallone has a very inspiring story himself. He wrote Rocky, and he tried to be the hero, the main character. And every studio that he knocked at the door would say to him, hey, guy, the story is awesome, but you are too ugly. You cannot be the hero. We have to hire another actor. And he was becoming penniless and trying and knocking at the doors and just receiving no's and no's and no's. He would stick to his plan. I want to be the main character. I want to be the protagonist. of this film. And he was so out of money that he sold his dog. He sold his dog. How desperate is a person like this? And finally, he got a deal. But the deal didn't pay him much. But he was able to buy his dog back and do the film. And that now he's Sylvester Stallone, and everybody knows him. He's one of the biggest rock stars in Hollywood still.
Yeah, I think this story, when I first read this story, I really was like so emotional about it. I was like, man, this is what I really want to be as well. I want to really, when you believe in yourself so much that you basically know that it will go according to your will, then, you know, you just don't give up. You just continue. And like his story is like really amazing.
Yeah, he didn't give up no matter what, no matter how many no's he got, he didn't give up. He stick to his goal.
Powerful mind to do this.
Brett, what is your advice to somebody who's watching our video, who's at home and who thinks, hey, I'm at the end of the tunnel. I have nothing left in my life. In this situation of the world, what can I do? What is your advice to this person?
I was there in this situation myself. The best way to do it is just accept whatever is happening right now. If you're gonna deny it, then it's gonna be like even worse, right? But if you accept it, then you're like, okay, now I am on the bottom. I recognize I'm on the bottom. What is going to be that takes me a little bit up, right? So I don't know what situation that person can be, maybe out of money, but maybe breakup of relationships, right? And they're like really feeling bad about it. Then just, you know what, when you guys accept it, then it becomes a little bit more easier to that feeling and maybe find solution. Like when I really had no money, and I was like really crying at night for 7 days, you know, and then finally I was like, I can't live like this anymore. And it made me to get up from the bed, actually, go outside, go around the corner, and then there was like help wanted. And I was like, damn, that fast, really. And I actually got the job there for a whole day. I got free food there. So I didn't have to actually spend money for food, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. And I was like, wow, this is really good. But if I would be still in the bed, maybe I would be there like 3 years from that time, and maybe I would die, you know, just because I was not accepting that. Or maybe I was blaming others. Maybe it was because of that my boss, that he didn't like me, or maybe the coworker, he complained maybe about me, and I would blame these people, right? But it didn't help. It actually made it worse. I think that the best way is to really recognize that where I am, ask the universe for help, because that's what I did. I didn't go to church, I didn't go nowhere like this, but I was in the bed, and then I asked the universe, hey, if you really are there, if you're really that powerful, and I'm here just struggling, I want your help. Now, I really have to say that I never went anywhere. I didn't believe in anything, but now I do. Give me some power and show me the way. And I went, and actually it helped, right?
You took inspired action. First, you prayed.
Exactly.
Prayed. Hey guys, you don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe in anything. But there is this something that is bigger than us. There is always, call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. Angels, guide, spirituals, or God. He or she, call it as you wish, the universe, but you can ask for help. Ask and it shall be given. Knock and the doors will open, for sure. And then pay attention and take inspired action. Like Brett, like he went out and he looked in the corner. Take inspired action. But you have to take action, because you are where you put yourself, and you are only going to get out of there when you decide to get you out of there. You are the main character of your life. You are the writer. You are with people that you attracted. You are 100% responsible for everything in your life. How powerful is that? This is really empowering when you realize that you are in charge.
Yep.
Brett, thanks
Beautiful,
so much
beautiful.
for being here, talking to my audience. Guys, I will put here in the description below his channel. You can find it easy. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, if you learned something, it was entertaining for you, please put a like. It's for free. I have a boat there and I also want time to enjoy my boat.
Yeah, cool, Barbara. It's awesome. Thank you so much for having me here.
Other than that, peace, much love, my best vibes, and namaste.
Namaste.